Hello, welcome back and thank you for supporting the channel. Remember the 5-minute strategy on gold from one of our previous videos? Well, I returned with some added tweaks regarding the risk level and the filter regarding the entries. Basically, the 𝐂𝐫𝐤𝐥 is ready to hit the markets, and what better way to test it than by the ultimate trial of fire, FTMO. First, I have something to ask you awesome viewers. Would you join a live backtesting session of this strategy? If yes, type 𝐂𝐫𝐤𝐥 in the comments. If not, type dolphin or something else. Your feedback is very important to us and we'd really like to know. So going back to the matter at hand, let's go over the new and improved strategy. So first of all, I added this stochastic RSI as an entry filter, and it's very basic in its function. So if you're looking for a short trade, you want to enter only if it's in the overbought zone, and if you want to enter a buy trade, you will only enter if it's in the oversold zone. Its settings are default, including the channels. So the overbought channel starts at 80 and the oversold channel starts at 20. This is for the added entry filters. Now regarding the risk level, first and foremost, the stop loss. So your stop loss will be half of the previous 14 candles average true range, or below or above your entry EMA. I also made a basic indicator that will display your stop loss on any type of entry. It's actually right there. It's right there in the upper left corner. If you wanted DM or Insta or Facebook, you have the details in the comments and I'll find a way for you to be able to use it right away. Now the risk that you should take on any of the trades should start from 0.5, which is the standard risk entry, and the only thing that you need is the EMAs to be crossed in a way that describes our entry. Again, you can check it in our previous video or just stick around a little bit more and I'll show you some entries in this video as well. And also the stochastic RSI to be oversold or overbought depending on your entry. Now you will add 0.25% risk per confluence. This is up to you. You can use market structure, so retest of resistance and support, candle patterns, engulfing, bear, bull flag, or head and shoulders. Get your head into the game a bit, even though we are still using indicators. So basically the risk will range from 0.5 to a maximum 1%. And if you notice that the chart tilts the odds in your favor, feel free to add more. That's solely up to you. Take profit is still at 2 to 1. And if you have any trailing profits ideas, let me know in the comments. Start with 𝐂𝐫𝐤𝐥. I'm a funny guy. Now that's covered, let's take some trades and get a better hang of it. Let's jump to the graph and take some trades. So as you can see here, we are in the buy area because the small EMA crossed over the middle EMA. Let's see if we can get any buy entries here. As you can see, the stochastic RSI is still up, so this won't be an entry even though we are in the buy area and it tested the orange EMA, the 21 EMA. On the previous video, we would have had an entry here, but given this additional filter, we don't have it. And let's see what happens. You see that it's a bit of a variance. So actually, this entry would have worked, but I assure you that from the backtesting, the stochastic RSI does its job perfectly. Okay, let's see our first trade. So now we are entering the sell area because these EMAs crossed back, and we are looking for a scenario where the stochastic RSI is overbought and where the price is testing and rejecting one of the orange or purple EMAs. Again, we see this entry, but again, the stochastic RSI is not yet to our liking. And as you can see, we have some variance here. If we have a red candle that closes below, and this is perfect, so you can see that we retested this EMA and this red impulsive candle pierced through the purple, the 55, and also through the orange, which is 21. So now we will have an entry because you see that the stochastic is overbought. We are looking, the stochastic RSI, sorry, we are looking for sells. and now we will be placing a sell order here. I will be taking this order in accordance to the purple EMA, which is the furthest one tested. So my stop loss here would be at one. You can see, I don't know if you can see it right there in the upper left corner. I think it's for you guys. It's 1809268. And our take profit will be at 2 to 1. This is our first trade. Now regarding the risk level and how much you should risk on this trade. So we have our 0.5 initial risk, right? Now let's see if we can identify any sort of market structure here, sorry. So first of all, we can see this nice impulse down, which cooled down into a sort of a messy bear flag, but this is again up to you. We can also see that there is a market level right here which rejected. Unfortunately, we can't really take this as a confluence because our stop loss is way below this level, so it may as well go through here and take us out. So this isn't a confluence. So the only reasonable confluence that I would take here is this slightly messy bear flag formation, but personally I would only risk 0.5% on this position. Regarding, also added, the market volatility is quite messy here, so let's see what happens. Okay, so this was a good trade. Let's mark this one as a win. So this would have been plus 1% because, again, I told you I would have risked only 0.5, mostly because of the volatile nature of the market. Let's go on. We'll cover a few more trades. I don't know how long this video will take, but bear with me a bit more because I just want you guys to get a good hand of the strategy. Again, we are approaching a sell trade. As you can see, we pierced through the orange EMA, but we are not yet in the open. The stochastic RSI kind of signals that a price reversal is imminent, and this is the price reversal. Now let's see how our stop loss would look first. So we are entering on the orange EMA, so the stop loss would be 1806232. This is kind of borderline for my taste because I usually want to take trades that are short in the time span. So hoping for gold to fall an additional $3.50 is a bit more for me. So given this, I'm not sure if I would have taken this trade, but for the sake of this video and for you guys to understand how this system works, I'll take this trade. Now let's see what confluences we have here. So we have the initial I tried to make a 5 here, but I'll just leave it. Okay, so this is a 5, an 0.5%, initial 0.5% for this trade. Now let's search for some added confluences so that we can add to our risk. We see that this channel broke and we have a retest to this level. So this is quite huge because this is kind of the first level that it would have retested, this or this huge liquidity zone. The fact that we entered with this huge impulse in the liquidity zone makes me think even more that there are strong chances for it to go down. So ignoring the size of the actual stop loss, which is again a bit too big for my taste, I would risk 0.75 on this trade. But again, it's a bit too long and you'll see that it will take a lot of time for it to complete and you will have some additional entries and you'll give the market lots of time to rethink its current trend and you may find yourself riding it on the downside, but it won't reach your your take profit, sorry, because it's way too far, and then it will just slowly ascend and take you out. This is an important level, so let's see how it will fare on this point, on the next candle. The next candle is very important for our position, actually. And it was good. I wasn't really expecting that. So I said I risked 0.75% here, so we have a plus 1.5, and so far so good. I hope the next position will be a losing one, because otherwise you guys will think that this video is actually rigged. Oh, I don't know. Okay, now we are still in the sell area, so these EMAs are still crossed to the downside. No valid retest yet. Okay, we have a retest now. You can see again the stochastic RSI is placed ideally for our entry. And now let's see how this candle goes. I will, for confirmation here, I will actually wait for another candle, or maybe not. No, let's enter now. So, and I'll explain you why. So we enter another trade on this cross on the stochastic RSI. The stop loss will be again 1803121. And the take profit will be at 2 to 1. This is a short trade. I entered this trade mainly because of market structure, and mainly because the fact that this nice liquidity zone here got tested, and we seem to have some rejection, we seem to have some seller pressure coming in from there, and our target is more than reasonable, because you can easily put your target here if the position goes in our favor. So given this position, I would again risk 0.75%, sorry, on this. Let's see how it goes. And again, as I said, it would have gone up to this level. So another plus 1.5. I will continue this video until our first losing position, because this tends to get quite suspicious even for me. Okay, so let's go on. Some quite a nice downtrend here. Now we can see the stochastic RSI making a cross down, but we still don't have any valid retests. Bear in mind, we only take in consideration retests for the 21 EMA or for the 55 EMA. So any retest of the smaller EMA, the 13-1, won't be taken into consideration. Okay, so this is a valid retest now. You can see that it touched the EMA, it went back, and the stochastic RSI made the cross to the downside, and all our filters are in line for at least a 0.5 risk trade. The stop loss will be 1799.142. And the take profit will be at 2010, 2 to 1. Now regarding the market structure and some additional risk that we can add to this trade, you can see that this level held for a bit, then got broken down in a more or less impulsive fashion, and then the price halted here again. I personally wouldn't really take this as a confluence, because given the size of this downtrend, I may fear that we are forming a reverse head and shoulder formation here, and the price might shoot up, at least retesting the 55 EMA. But I would still take this trade based on the standard risk to reward given just by the basic entry. So just by using the stochastic RSI and EMAs, based on our backtesting, we have an above 40% win rate disregarding market structure. So even solely on these two indicators, on the long term, risking 2 to 1, you will make a profit with the strategy. So as I said, I will be risking 0.5 on this strategy, and let's see how it goes. Okay, so this is the first loss, and this is where I will stop this mini backtesting, let's say. So this is a minus 0.5, but as you can see, our assumption was correct. So the downtrend went for some time. We had some momentum to the upside, and we definitely formed a crooked head and shoulders here, and this kind of enabled buyers to step in. We had this wick here, and the 55 EMA was retested. And basically that's it for now, guys, for the backtesting. So don't forget about the live backtesting strategy. So type Crilex if you're up for it, Dolphin if you're not. No issues, we just want to see your feedback, and we just want to see you guys interact with our videos, because it makes us feel even more motivated to provide quality content for you. The comment section is yours. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys have been awesome up to now, and please stay the same. Have a perfect week ahead, and see you in our next videos. Bye bye.